What's up guys, today I have a match for you guys, and if you guys can, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps support my channel, and I'm really thankful for that. So I'm using the same team which I used in my previous match, which includes the Choice Scarf Escadrille, and this battle is against my good friend Anthony, aka TheFlawlessWin. And looking at his team is really scary, not even gonna lie. That Starmie and Mega Manectric are a huge threat to my team. They can outspeed my entire team, so yeah, let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna lead up with my Focus Sash Breloom as he leads up with his Manectric. He's gonna Mega Evolve right off the bat, and I was expecting him to go for the Flamethrower. That's why I stayed in just to get some damage on this Manectric, but he goes for the Volt Switch right off the bat as he can bring in the perfect counter to my Breloom, which is gonna be this Chestnut. The reason why I stayed in with the Breloom was to get some damage on the Mega Manectric and bring it down to the point where if I need to, I can kill it with my Pinsir's Quick Attack. But it does not work out for me, and I'm gonna make a switch into my Rotom as he misses his Lead Seed. Now I will go for the Hydro Pump, expecting him to go into his Heatran if he wants to, but he does not do that and stays in and gets up his first layer of spikes. So I'm gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp just to get some damage on this Chestnut, as he will be getting way too much HP back from the Lead Seed and the leftovers, so the residual damage is always good on something. So I go for the Volt Switch next turn, and I did not think that he will go for the Spiky Shield because Rotom cannot do anything to his Chestnut, but he made the good play by going for this Spiky Shield just to get some more damage on my Rotom, because damage is damage. And yeah, so he's gonna get some more HP with the Lead Seed, as I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch this turn and go into my Pinsir to Mega Evolve. Now my thought process at the very moment of this match was that I can go into Pinsir, Mega Evolve, his Chestnut cannot touch my Mega Pinsir, I do not care if he Lead Seeds me, and I can get up a Swords Dance if he tries to go for the Spiky Shield, and he will have to switch out because Mega Pinsir can kill Chestnut whenever it wants. So when he switches, I can get one more Swords Dance and get up to +4. So he does not do that, and it does not work out for me as he switches right into his Mega Manectric, and the whole plan does not work out. So I go for the Swords Dance expecting him to go for the Spiky Shield, but his Mega Manectric is out and it can kill my Mega Pinsir with a Volt Switch. So I'm gonna switch into my especially defensive Heatran, and this is gonna give him a switch initiative so that he can go into his Starmie, and this is not looking good for me because my team is getting chip damaged every time, and I'm not able to inflict any kind of huge damage to his team. So I'm gonna go into my Breloom as Death Fodder because I don't need it anymore. So he's gonna kill off my Breloom with an Ice Beam as I bring out my Manaphy just so that I can scout if he has got Thunderbolt or not. So I'm gonna make a switch into my Escadrille, and it turns out that he is carrying Thunderbolt, so it's not looking good for me. So I'm gonna make a switch into my Rotom just so that I can take the Water type move, but he misses his Hydro Pump, which is nice for me, and I can scare him out with a Volt Switch. So he's gonna go into his Chestnut as I'm gonna get the switch initiative because of Volt Switch. So instead of bringing in my Mega Pinsir, I'm actually gonna bring in my Manaphy, and it's really obvious that I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam to kill off this Chestnut. So that's why I predicted him to switch into his Starmie to take my Ice Beam and then retaliate back with a Thunderbolt. So instead of going for the Ice Beam, I'm actually gonna go for the Energy Ball, which does not work out for me as he brings in the Mega Manectric instead of Starmie. So this Mega Manectric is just pissing me off. It is getting a lot of chip damage on my Pokemon, so I'm gonna make a switch into my Escadrille, and we all know that my Escadrille is Choice Scarfed, but he does not know that. So next turn he's actually gonna stay in as I'm gonna outspeed him and kill him off with an Earthquake. So this Escadrille just caught him off guard, and one huge threat is down. So he's gonna bring in this Landorus, and I need to switch out as I'm logged into Earthquake. And he's gonna go for the U-turn just so that he can get the switch initiative, and right now his priority is to get up the Stealth Rocks as I have a Mega Pinsir. So he's gonna bring out his Heatran even though my Rotom is on the field. So I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump and get a nice 50% off on this Heatran as he sets up his late game Stealth Rocks. These rocks are gonna be very crucial for him, as my Mega Pinsir will lose half of its health when it comes in, and I will be forced to rapid spin. So he's gonna switch into his chestnut, and I knew this, so I'm gonna go for the volt switch instead of going for the hydro pump, so that I can get the switch initiative on whatever he brings in. And I'm gonna bring out my Manaphy to finish off this chestnut with an ice beam. The entry hazards are really weakening my Manaphy, and at some point I will be forced to rapid spin, but he has a rapid spin blocker in form of Gengar, so I don't know when I can pull that through. So I finish off this chestnut with an ice beam, and Manaphy is one of my win conditions, so I need to save this thing. And he brings in this Gengar, and like I said, I need this Manaphy, so I'm gonna switch into my specially defensive Heatran to take the hits from this Gengar, and turns out that he goes for the Sludge Bomb. So my Heatran is at a point where a Shadow Ball won't be able to knock him out, so he is forced to go for the Focus Blast. Luckily for him, he hits and kills off my Heatran. I was really hoping for the Focus Blast miss, but that does not happen, so I bring in my Choice Scarf Escadrille in hopes of finishing this Gengar off with an Iron Head, and now he lives with like 2 HP because I got a very low damage roll, and he's able to knock me out with a Shadow Ball. The reason why I didn't go for the EQ was because he still had the Landorus, and if he wanted he could have brought that thing in on my Escadrille, so I just wanted to be a little safe. And he's gonna bring in his Landorus now and go for the U-turn on my Rotom. I thought that he will go into his Starmie expecting me to go for the Hydro Pump, so that's why I go for the Pain Split on this Heatran. But it's still not a big deal, as he's at a point where the Hydro Pump will be able to take him out next turn only if I hit. Yeah, so I missed my Hydro Pump, he goes for the Roar, my Mega Pinsir is dragged out. That Hydro Pump miss was so crucial. If I had hit the Hydro Pump, this Heatran would have been dead, and my Mega Pinsir would not have been dragged out on the wrong Pokemon. So I go for the EQ as he brings in this Landorus, and this Landorus is Choice Scarf, that's why I'm going for the quick attacks, and he finishes me off with a Stone Edge. So it's not looking good for me, and I'm gonna bring in my Rotom to finish off this Landorus as he hits me with a Stone Edge. And yeah, so this is one dead Landorus, so he can still bring in the Heatran and try to get some damage on my Rotom, and he's gonna do just that. He's gonna bring in this Heatran, and I miss my Hydro Pump as he goes to the Lava Plume, and above that he gets a burn on my Rotom, and this means that my Rotom cannot live for one more turn, and I will not be able to hit this Heatran with a Hydro Pump as my Rotom is gonna die. So all I have left is my Manaphy, and on his side he has got a Heatran and a Starmie, so I go for the Surf, and it's really funny how this does not kill the Heatran. So he's gonna live and go for the Lava Plume just so that he can get more damage on my Manaphy before his Heatran dies. So I'm gonna go for this Surf again, and this is gonna take out his Heatran. And it's basically Manaphy versus Starmie, and we have all seen that his Starmie has the Thunderbolt, but he does not have the Life Orb. So let's see if Manaphy can live, but no, it dies, and I lose the match with a 1-0. So I hope you guys enjoyed this match, and it was really close. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.